Good afternoon, YouTube family and friends. This is Mike Sneed coming to you again from Appliance Boot Camp. I wanted to stop in this afternoon. Yesterday I stopped in. I was dead tired. That's why I couldn't answer any questions or anything. I just wanted to come in and tell everybody thank you yesterday, and get back to my bed because I was beat. I was beat yesterday. But now I'm back and I'm feeling well, and I came back in just to talk to you all for a quick moment this afternoon. Um, because I wondered if you saw by the title that I have, would you quit your job for the chance to make $200 per hour? At the Appliance Boot Camp, I'm always telling people not to quit their job until they build up enough stash where they have between 3 to 4 months of living expenses built up in this what I call owner's pay bank account, because I want them to have a nice cushion. So if something was to go wrong, they can actually get back on board. But what's happening? The people who actually come into the boot camp and they actually start starting their businesses. What's happening now in the third party warranty companies, because right now there's a shortage of skilled labor. Everybody knows that. Everybody's saying it all across the country. There's a shortage on skilled labor. And what's happening? Those people that actually out here running these service calls and got their business going, the third party warranty companies are calling them. They're already paying them $250 to go out and repair appliances. But now the third party warranty companies are calling them and say, "Hey, we got emergency calls. We got a call that's outside of your actual area, and what we want to do, we want to give you additional $200 on top of what we already given you to go out there and repair these calls for us, because we got these people complaining, and we need you to go out here and go to work." Well, I had today 3 people who actually came from Appliance Boot Camp who actually called me because they had a dilemma. They are trying to decide. Uh, this company called me, and I told them they told me they'd give me extra $200 on top of what they already given me for what's going to amount to be maybe no more than 2 to 3 hours worth of work. I'm going to make $450. If I go to work at my job, I'm not going to make no $450, and I'm going to have my money in the next 2 to 3 days. So if I go to work, it might be some jobs. It might be 2 weeks, might be the end of the month before you see that money you're going to make. So we were talking, and they're saying, "Hey, I'm getting ready to pick up the phone and call and tell them I ain't coming in today." And I had to actually go back and today really think if the advice that I'm giving people is that the actual right thing for me to be telling people nowadays. Because it's easy for me after doing this for 18 years, and I'm living pretty comfortable. I'm okay. So I don't have some of the things other people might have where they're trying to pay bills, and like I know the beginning of the month is a rough month. You got all these bills and stuff hitting you all at one time, and like I said, right now I don't have that thing to worry about because I'm pretty well off right now. Not that I'm rich or super wealthy. I don't have to worry about if I'm gonna be able to pay my bills. But somebody were to call me 18 years ago when I was first getting started and say, "Hey, we got 200. I'm gonna pay you $450." I would have left when it done that work. So that's why I got to come here and start telling them, "Hey, we might have to rethink this thing because, like I tell somebody, I was telling one of my friends, it's okay with me to tell somebody they need to wait when I'm sitting in an air conditioned room and I'm comfortable. But that person who's sitting on top of that red hot stove and it's burning their butt, it's hard to tell them to wait a little while before you get some relief. He need relief right then and there, and that's the relief valve. And you also got to be able to strike it when it's hot. Like right now, this is our busy season. So yeah, they're gonna like I told them, I said, yeah, you're gonna get that all the time. They say, do you take those emergency calls, and do you take those auto area calls? I told them, no, I don't. And the reason I don't, because like I said, you're looking at me 20 years down the road, where I have enough clientele that I only deal with my specific clientele. So if they call me, if it's outside my area, I don't care that much about it. I just gonna service my customers, and I know my customers is gonna give me enough to do what I need to do. So I'm not gonna be chasing any and everything that comes up. I save my emergency spaces for my customers. I have a group of customers that I service, and I give them the best service, and they're gonna get everything on top of everybody else. And so, yeah, so I have to tell them I might have to go back and rethink this thing, looking at people's situations, to say, okay, if you need it now and you need that money, you go to work, and if you was making $25, if you was making $30 an hour, at 8 hours, you're not gonna make but $240. You're not gonna go nowhere close to what they're gonna pay you as a business on emergency hours to go out someplace. So I might have to go back and rethink this and actually see if I'm giving them good advice. I might have to go back and maybe rework my formula and say, okay, if you're going to quit your job, redo some percentages to have some buffer for them to go out there and keep the cash flow coming in as they try to build it. But personally, I like to have that buffer. But like I say, I'm not sitting on the red hot stove right now. So I had to go back and actually think about that, because I had three people call me today with the same question. They offer me $150 extra, $200 extra to go to do this service call, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go to work or if I'm going to go do the service call. And I told him I probably would call in too if I was in that situation. So I wanted to come talk about that. Also, the appliance boot camp for November is already sold out. Unfortunately, it's sold out in less than an hour. And I want to thank people for going out there and actually signing up. Like I say, it's always surprising to see it just how many people are actually coming out here to do this, and people who signing up to come learn this trade. Like I said, we sold out in less than an hour. I'm talking to JT. We're gonna have to actually open up another appliance boot camp. We're gonna probably open up another one in either October or November, because we need to get people in, and you need to get in while we're in the busy season. I want to get in while things are really good, like it is now, to get your money up and get y'all going to the new year with a pocket full of money. So we are gonna add another class. I just need to get with JT and find out what our schedules can work out together, so we can add one more class in there. Excuse me. And other thing I have to do, I get a lot of questions. People keep asking about the price. They keep saying why we went up on the price. We started off at $500. Right now we're at $850. We just didn't go up on the price without having no value add. We went in and we actually added value. Like I said, we went to and y'all can actually see it. Y'all can actually see what we added. So that's another thing too. We want to be transparent. We're not just rehashing and giving y'all the same things. Y'all can see where the money is actually going. It's actually going. We're putting it back into this appliance boot camp to make the experience even better. And we actually, when you leave, we take advice. The alumni that have came here, they call us back and they tell us what we need to do to make it better. When they're here, not only are they here to support you all, but they're here to making sure that we're giving y'all a good product. And what they're doing, the next day or two, they call us and tell us things that they saw that we can improve upon. And I appreciate them for that. And some of the things they told us, yes, we do need to address, and we're going to make some provisions to get those things where it can get better. And that's what I'm saying. As when I tell you to get in early, when you get in early, you get the discount because we haven't really perfected it. As we do a couple of them and we work out the kinks and we kind of kick the holes in it and we get it straight, and then we add more value, the price is going to go up a little bit more. Like I said, next year, the price is going to go up just a little bit more, because next year, like I was telling some of the guys, they came this past boot camp, some of the alumni, we're going to have to actually go to another building again. This right here is just temporarily. We're going to be here to probably about maybe May. After May, we gotta go somewhere a little bit bigger. We're not gonna increase this class size, because right now I need to keep the class at about maybe about 10 to 12, maybe 15 people is about the most we can do in a class. Because I don't want it to be like some of the college courses where I took, where you went there into this big auditorium, there's 200 people sitting in there, and you're supposed to be learning something. We don't want to do that and just be taking your money. I want to make sure if you come here that you're getting the hands-on, and you're getting also the attention from me to actually go out here and win. So I want to keep the class size smaller, but I want to actually give you more hands-on. So right now I'm in the process of actually looking for another building. I'm looking for a building big enough where everybody will have their own. We have groups of people that can work together in their own station. So I'm looking to have maybe 5 to 10 stations where at that station they have everything. Everybody have their own dishwasher. Everybody have their own washer and dryer, refrigerator. So that way I can force people to get their hands into the machines. Right now, if somebody wanted to, they can actually stand back, and if they're a little shy, a little timid, and don't want to feel want people to think that they whatchamacall, that they don't know anything, they can actually sit back and not get their hands dirty. I want to get it so that I force you to actually put your hands on the machine, so I can actually see what you have going, see where you would need to have more work at and stuff, and where I would need to actually make it so that you can win when you come here. So yeah, so like I said, this is just temporarily right now. We are going to have to move out probably around May or so if we continue doing this, to actually get this thing where we can where everybody can have their own stations, and that way everybody can actually put their hands onto everything. And so, like I say, that's why I say the price is going to go up again, because that's what we're looking at. And when we go there, the price is going to go up a little bit again. But like I say, it'll still be very affordable for what you're getting. And like I say, the people who's coming here, they're making their money back. People are saying $850 is a lot of money. You have one guy say he made 3,000 the first week he went out. And you got one guy. I got more than one guy. I got a lot of people who's coming here and making extra $500 to $1,000 a week working part time. And you got your own business out here. So with that, it's what we call it's well worth it. I don't know where else you can go buy and start a business and actually start making money, $3,000 the first week. You can't do that if you bought a Subway. You definitely couldn't do it with a tropical smoothie. I know that without going $30,000, $40,000 in the hole. $850, and you're getting everything you need, a business and everything you need to go ahead and go. That's hard to beat. Matter of fact, to show how I got surprised today. When I was coming in to do this video, I had a young lady that was on the phone with me from California. She wanted to get into the boot camp. Unfortunately, we was already sold out. So she was just asking me about the stuff because she just started watching the video. But right in the middle of us talking, one of the students from our first class, he walked up. And he walked in, and she kind of heard our conversation. He came in, and believe it or not, he drove 6 hours today because he was so inspired about what was going on. And he said the difference that we made with him, that he came in, and what he done, he started a scholarship. So going forward, starting next year, he's gonna be giving out two scholarships to 2 people. So we're gonna have scholarships that you're gonna be, those people who say $850 is too much. There's a past student that came here, and he said it's doing so much, and he loves what we're doing, and we're inspiring people. And the skills that he has 2 young grandkids and stuff. He's gonna be teaching his grandkids. And he told me he thought I was like he thought GT and I was somewhat similar to Malcolm X and him. I said, no, I don't think so. But yeah, he said what we done was so well, and we was teaching such a good product that he's actually starting a scholarship. So for those people who think $850 is too much, we're gonna have forms where you can actually fill out to get scholarships now, and he's gonna be sponsoring 2 people to actually come here to Appliance Boot Camp. So and he's gonna pick the 2 people that he wants. And this is the second person that we have that actually gives scholarships. So that speaks volume. When somebody drove 6 hours, now he didn't call and tell me he was coming. He drove 6 hours to get here, just to tell me how proud he was of what we done this past weekend and what he's been seeing and how it helped him. And he's a retired guy. He didn't need the money. He lives good, and he said he wanted something he could pass on to his kids and grandkids. And this was the thing that he said done it. And what he thought, I'm gonna grab this. Hate to rattle off, but I don't know if many people see this when they come to the shop or not. But I always have this hanging somewhere in the shop. And what this is one of my idols. I love Booker T. Washington. Some people don't like him, but I love him. And if you haven't read the book Up from Slavery, you need to read it. But I'd like to collect African American art artifacts and stuff. And this right here is a handwritten letter that he was writing to some of his supporters. And I have his corn and all that stuff mounted in here. But this is actually his letter, handwriting. He wrote it. Him and Carter G. Woodson, signatures and stuff. And it's been it's authenticated. So, but I put that here because that's what my goal was, to actually kind of create what they done down there at Tuskegee, where they came in and they actually brought people in and actually started teaching them how to actually earn a living. When he said cash your buckets down where you are, that's what we're doing. I'm telling people right now, you can just cash your bucket down where you are, and you can earn a living and do well. And what he was doing, he was telling people all the skills and stuff that we have from we came out of slavery. They were the brick masons, they were the carpenters and all that. Why are you going to throw all that stuff away to go out and try to run for be this government or this philosopher? Like he said, he would go and try to interview people to come to college, and he'll see some guy sitting in the house falling down on top of him with the grass growed up, and he's trying to read some French literature. And he said, what the French literature going to do to him? Or somebody who claims they know banking and interest. They had studied all this banking and interest, and come to find out the guy could barely could do basic math. And on top of that, nobody in their family owned any banks. They had a banking account or anything. And that's kind of what I kind of seen where we had transitioned to as African Americans. Not saying that Appliance Boot Camp is strictly for African Americans, but I do have a dear spot in my heart for the African American men. Because this right here is actually the freedom that we need in the skilled trades to get out. And people say, well, why that's shooting that's making lowering the bar, shooting it low. You need to be going on to be engineers and stuff. Yeah, we need the engineers, and we need the people who are actually going to be inventors and all that. But the skilled trades are the incubator for the engineering. If you can't figure out how to actually put a decline on a plumbing for your house, or how to actually install a garbage disposal to get the wastewater out, how are you going to actually be able to design a whole wastewater treatment center for a whole city if you can't figure out, you don't have the basic knowledge to understand how water flows and how much drop you need to have every so many inches or so many feet for actual plumbing inside the house to actually work. How you going to design a whole system plumbing, a whole city plumbing system there? So this is where the incubators for your engineering and stuff come. At some point in time, we have to actually realize that, I was talking to the guy who was here. I was telling him, no, I'm at the point now. I'm 40, I'm 45, 46, and I'm at the point right now where I'm on the decline, where my youth is a lot of my youth is behind me now. So this is stuff that we have to get the younger guys in, because when you're youthful, you got the energy and you got the time and stuff to actually put into doing this. Now I'm at the time in my life where I have to be educating the people coming behind me. Not so much of me actually doing so much of the building, but me now being an overseer and telling people this is how you get to the level where I'm at. And that's what I do. When people come to this appliance boot camp, I'm placing them at the level where I'm at, and then they climbing and going further. And once they reach their plateau, then they need to start picking people up from that level and letting them go further. And that's how you build a civilization and we get better. But I can't just say, okay, my entire life is going to be me just climbing, and then I never pick nobody up to get them here. At some point in time, you got to realize this is where I'm at. This like when you climbing stairs, you get to a point where you had a little plateau where you can kind of rest at. But that's where I'm at. This is where I'm going to be at. I'm comfortable with this position because I know it took me 20 years to get here. Me being 66 over here trying to get up under some appliance to go a couple of steps more, nah, it ain't working. Now I need to start picking people up, placing them where I'm at, especially the young people, and let them climb for 20 years to go further, and then we'll be good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go through some of the comments, and once I get out the comments, I'm going to head home. And like I say, we're going to open up another boot camp. If you listen to JT Hustle, if you don't not subscribe to him, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. For the next within the next week or so, we're going to offer another date for the appliance boot camp, so people can get in before the end of the year, and they can take advantage of. Well, the price is not going to go up till we add more value, but I want to get people in before the end of the year, so they can actually start the year off good with making their money and stuff, and have a good Christmas. So I'm gonna go through the chat and see what we have. BK from the Rockies, what's good, fam? Hey, how you doing? Kevin Roberts, when is the next ABC? It's in November. We got one in September, October, and November. We opened one for November the other day, and it sold out in a couple of hours. So JT and I are gonna have to sit down and find out another date that we can add in for this year coming up. And like I say, we're gonna add another date for this year, and then we're gonna sit down. We gotta find a way to address the demand that we have. No, we never thought now a million years would be this much demand. I thought if we could sell out one class, we've been good. But now the classes are selling out within an hour. When they sell out, when JT go live or I go live, we sell out. And then when people come in after the live, maybe they might be at work or something like that, and they catch it an hour or two later, and they go there, they want to register, it's gone. Sometimes I feel bad because some people have been waiting, and they say, man, I've been waiting, and it's sold out already. So what we're going to do, we're going to have to sit down, we're going to have to address the way that we can actually meet the demand going forward, so we can get everybody in. But like I said, I don't want to increase. I'm not going to increase the classroom size, because the classroom size we have is working really well, and people are getting what they need. And that's another thing too. A lot of people keep coming back asking. We only there for 2 days. Like I said, this appliance boot camp is geared towards people who currently have a job. That 35-year-old and older who's currently working full time, he can't afford to take 3 weeks or a month off of work and or spend $5,000. Those courses where you go there and you there for 2 or 3 weeks, they are anywhere from 4 to 6 to 5. They thousands of dollars, not including the time that you're going to be away from your job and whatnot. Ours is you come here, we give you the basics you need. We give you a good formula. The formula we give you works. It worked for me for 20 years. It's working for these guys. And you go out there, you implement it, and you get out and you start making your money. So that's what we're doing. We're giving you that formula. You go out there, you make your money, and it works. So it's kind of funny. We talked about this too with the in the appliance boot camp. They're asking as you get better at doing stuff, it takes you less time to do it. Should the customer then get a discount because it's taking you less time? I said, no. I said, because it takes you less time to do something, you should be rewarded better than you should be rewarding yourself for doing that, for knowing how to get the material out there and knowing how to fix something faster. So that's why you don't charge by the hour and stuff, because as you get more experience at doing this, it should take you less time to do it. And same thing with this appliance boot camp. Like I said, I had to get guys. They, like I said, very good guys, but they weren't nobody who's going to be going to nobody university to major in engineering and stuff. So I had to break this stuff down over 20 years to give it to people in small pieces where they can pick it up real quick and run with it. And we just perfected it where we can actually get the information to you, disperse to you, and get you a good formula where you can actually go out and make this money. Like I said, a lot of times the guys who will come work for me that learned this, a lot of times they got laid off from their jobs and they needed to make their mortgages within a month. And I had to give them something they could go out there and make their mortgages their mortgage payment the next month. And that's how this thing birthed. And the people say, oh, like I've seen some people say with 800, because we went from 500 to 850, like we're actually maybe just I guess they're trying to imply that we're just taking people money, and I would be like, nah. For many a years, I don't pay people to let me teach them this, so nah, I'm not taking anybody money. If I can, if I still, it'll take me 6 or 7 years to get my money back from paying people to allow me to teach it to them. So for somebody paying me $850 to teach them, and you saw when JT first, you saw the first video JT done with me. It won't just one or two kids that I have in there. I had in there. I would have 4 or 5 kids in there teaching them, and doing that every weekend. 4 or 5 kids, and they making 60 to $80 a day. Each one of them, that adds up quick. So just think about the years I've done that to where I'm at now. So I'm just starting to get that money back. And those guys who's actually coming here and actually starting scholarships and all that, I appreciate that. That's just that money coming back that I put out there. It's just harvest time now. It's coming back, and I'm getting that repaid. And I want to, like I said, I'm very, very appreciative to those guys who's starting those scholarships. And like I say, listen out next year. We're gonna have the scholarships coming. You can apply if you're someone who's having a hard time getting that 850. All right. All right. Yeah, Kevin Rock. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button, guys. Yeah, thanks. Hey, Mike. Hey, chat. Okay. All right. I'm all registered. Yeah. Okay. Way to go. Gerard, what's up, Mike? Hey, how you doing, Gerard? DK from the Rockies. On-demand calls usually pay well for any field. I get those as a medication carrier as well. Yeah, those on-demand calls. Like I tell them now, it used to be people don't have as much grocery. It used to be people go buy groceries for the whole month and put them in their freezers and refrigerators. People don't do that as much now. But what they do, they go buy medication. So the medication might be $3,000 or $4,000 that has to stay refrigerated, and they can't afford to lose their medication. So if they got something, their refrigerator go bad, they can lose their medication for that month. They in really trouble. They in big trouble. So that's why they're calling. Insurance companies are calling because they don't want to pay for that medication. So they want to get you out there. The class is just 2 days. All right. Kevin Roberts, do you use the textbooks during the course? No, we don't use the textbooks. You have handouts. Only reason we have the handouts is because I want you to be able to just write on them. And also, so when we're actually putting stuff in programming mode and when we go into the schematics, you can actually see them. But like everything nowadays, everything's going to be all electronic. So when you go out into the field, you're not going to have no textbook in your book bag. You're going to have your smartphone or your tablet, and you're going to have to go online and actually get that information to actually fix that appliance. And that's what we teach you, the same way you're going to actually be out in the field. But just for reference, it's easier for me to teach you how to read schematics if everybody actually has have that schematic in their hand instead of everybody trying to look up here on the board or look on the TV screen where I'm trying to teach. Everybody had that right in front of them, and then they can actually write on it when they get back home. So, but nah, we don't do textbooks. We have handouts for all the machines that you're gonna be working on, and other than that, you're gonna be going online getting stuff. And Gerard, learning the game from Mike and JT. Hey, all right, y'all got conversation going. Do you also touch on HVAC in the class? No, we don't do HVAC. We just do appliance repair. You do refrigerators. That's it. We don't do HVAC, and the reason why, because HVAC, if you do that, you gotta have a contractor's license. So if you ain't got no contractor's license, you got to actually go get a job. And the guys who's coming here to our classes, they don't want no job. They tired of a job. They want to do it for themselves. They want their own businesses. So in order to do HVAC, you gotta have a job. We're not teaching people to be employees. We're teaching people to be employees. We're teaching people to be employers. So everything we do here is geared upon you starting your own business, from registering your LLC and all that. So now we don't touch the HVAC. That's the good thing too with appliance repair. Appliance repair is one of the last skilled trades that doesn't require a state licenses to do it. So right now, if you come out and you go to appliance boot camp, you can actually go to these third-party warranty companies and apply and get the same amount of money as these people who have HVAC contracting companies, electrical contracting companies, and plumbing contracting companies. That's why that's why they paying you that money. It's the same thing as those skilled trades, and you can go out there and get that same amount of money without having that state certified license. That's why it's good to get in now before the cat get out the bag or whatever they say, and they come in and want to try to make you have a license. All right, Huntsville, Alabama. Hey, how you doing, Louis Jr.? All right. Let me see. It went up a little far. Let me come back now. Please repeat about the HVAC. No, we don't do HVAC. What about the online? What is the success rate? I haven't heard much feedback from the online. I know some people have bought it, but I haven't heard much feedback from it. And like I say, some of the people that come here, I don't know they done. I don't get their feedback until the day of a new appliance boot camp. I didn't know Gerard was doing what he was doing until the night before when Corey and them came in and told me that. I didn't know that. And some of them I don't know until we have an appliance boot camp, and you see them walk in the door and they got their company. That's what I tell them. That's a proud moment. You know, I'm standing here and I'm teaching, and I see somebody come through the door. It's one of the past students coming in, and they got their logos on their shirt. They got their business, and that's proud to see them come in. Less than 30 days, they got their own business. And then when those alumni are sitting there, and they're sitting there, they're talking business. They're talking business and networking and stuff. And to see that happen, and that's a good feeling. So a lot of times, the alumni network is really good in this appliance boot camp, because what happened, they interact with each other, and they're actually networking together. Where the ones that have came in the class before, who actually started their businesses, they're actually mentoring the ones coming behind them. So yeah. So sometimes I don't know what's going on. Like the guy who came today, I didn't know all the stuff he had going on, and he was just inspired after the last class. He got in his car and drove down here, and just wanted to say he's gonna start a scholarship for two people going forward. He want to do a scholarship for two people. So that's the stuff I see when they pop back up and just telling me, no, we had a good conversation, and all the stuff he said. He feel like we're doing for this for our community. It just moved him to do it. So that's a lot of times I don't hear so much of success rate. I haven't heard anything bad, so that's good. So okay. I'm a witness, nothing but success since attending Appliance Boot Camp. The income has no limit. Yeah, it does, Gerard. Thanks, man. Thanks. And it's a lot of them doing it. A lot of them out here doing it. What's up, Mike? See you in September. Coming from Dallas. Already made my money back. Preparing appliances weekly. Word of mouth. There you go. You haven't this is a guy I haven't even got to the class yet. And I already made his money back for what he gonna spend to the class just by doing what we said. See, that's what I'm talking about. And then a lot of times you see somebody say you put $850 too much. Just if you listen and just do what we say, you make the $850 before you can get here. Wow, good thing. Juan, hey Mike, shout out to you and JT. You guys are changing lives for the better. Thanks, Juan, man. Yeah, Juan is one of the mentors that I appreciate, because he always give me advice and stuff on how I can make things better, and I really appreciate that. How long is the class? Do you cover HVAC and must I travel? No, we do not cover HVAC, and the class is 2 days. And if you're gonna have to come out to the Raleigh Durham area, there's a place called Selma, North Carolina, is where we at. Leeson Thomas, can't afford just yet, but I did purchase the appliance troubleshooting book to build enough to come out. Okay, there you go. Veracity Cash. You need to have more than one class a month. if you don't mind the suggestion. Yeah, we're looking to do that for Velocity Cash going forward for next year. The reason why we haven't really turned it up right now is because we still in the proving process. You don't when you got prototyping something, you don't want to produce it until you get until you make sure the prototype is okay. So right now we still prototyping. Like I said, this is the first time we went into this classroom, and I got stuff I got to improve. Some stuff that happened, I got to improve it before I do the next one. So once I get to a point where I feel pretty good that we're good with where we have right now, I will open up and do multiple dates. But right now we still in the proto stage. It's not quite where it needs to be at, where we can actually start doing multiple dates. And also, for me to actually start doing multiple dates and stuff, not only do I have to make sure that the appliance boot camp is on point, but I also got to clear off some more stuff off of my plate to make myself more accessible for people who's coming. Right now I get 10 people, and that give me 30 days to get those 10 people out and gone. Now, if I start having multiple dates where I have 20 and 30 people coming in per month, then I gotta have a schedule where I can get those 20 and 30 people out. So I gotta put together now some type of team to help me get these people out, to help these guys once they get out to be successful. So that's why I haven't rolled it out, because it's a process, and that's why I keep telling people next year we're gonna have to go up a little bit on the price, because that's what JT and I are looking at. We're just not looking at what's here right now. We got to look at it as we go forward. When we go forward and we start moving a lot of people through here, we then gonna have to realize when you double and triple in size, not only you're gonna have to double and triple your staff. I can't do all of that then. Then I gotta have people here that actually can answer the phone calls and help people out, and we gotta have mentor groups and all that stuff put in place. All right. Motivation move forward. Should I sign up your online course first, then do the boot camp? That's up to you. If you want to do the online, you can do that. Like I said, I haven't heard much feedback from that yet. What I do, I'll probably get with JT and find out if there's a way we can find out who actually signed up, and maybe reach out to those one or two people that have signed up, see how it's working for them. One and motivation move forward. You can do either the online or in the person. Both is not necessary. Yeah, I agree with one. You can do one or two, depending on how you learn best. And Beanie Adams, thanks, Mike. It's all about the growth and development. The classroom is looking great. Did you hand out the tool list? Sharing is caring. Yeah, if you you check your email, it should get that email with the actual minimum suggested tool list. I didn't put every tool that I have in here, because if I put every tool I have in here, you'll be several $100s buying tools. But I gave you the minimum that you need to get started and be successful. And also I gave you an order of operation, what you need to do, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all to actually get started and go from registering with the state, getting your EIN, calling the third party warranty, getting your contract, getting your insurance, telling you how you do it in each step. And also I gave you the links to where you need to go to do that. Pookie Chase with a quickness. All right. McMahon Trucker. How's the bubblegum machine? They're going good. Matter of fact, I was out there maybe a week ago. It's probably a quarter of the way down. Like I said, this is the most I ever put in there. I was a little hesitant to put so much as I did, but I didn't want to be coming back and forth, and I didn't know if they would stay as fresh, the M&Ms and the actual bubble gum. But I went there and I actually got some M&Ms and the bubble gum. And they still just as fresh, so they're doing it. They're doing it. All right, Lisa Thomas. What's the name of the book? Okay, they got something going on in there. In person is always the best because of the hands-on experience. Yeah, I would say that too, Juan. Engineering Cannabis, great program, and the emphasis on schematic reading and hands-on practice. Okay, thanks. Tony from Jacksonville, checking in. Just received my first package for. Oh wow! Okay, first package from a home warranty company. Eager to put the information I received from the boot camp in motion. There you go. He was just here this weekend. He already got the information from warranty company. Just sent him the information. He was here this weekend. Way to go. How's your house coming along, Milkman Truck? The house is good. I got the foundation fixed. I shall have the vinyl siding on either this weekend or next weekend. I'm gonna get back out there and do some videos. I'm not gonna do the vinyl siding because I got this right here going on with the appliance boot camp. I got somebody else doing the vinyl siding. I'm gonna go back in and do the skill trades with the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, and do what I can in between this and my other stuff going on. Sometimes it's easier now for me to just let somebody else do some of that, and I just step in and maybe do the stuff that I want to do, not the stuff that I had to do at the beginning. So, Shimona, you're doing good work, Mike. Thank you. Diamond Life, what's up, Mike? Congratulations on Appliance Bootcamp. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Xavier Fox, that scholarship program is a great deal. I did. Yeah, it was. I wanted him to come on. I wanted him to come on with the video with me, but he said he's not ready. He said he's gonna come on the video next year. Once we get the scholarship ready to come out for next year, he's gonna come on then and do the video. He didn't want to do it today, but yeah, once we get to a point where we're ready to issue the scholarships, he's gonna come on. All right. Hey, how you doing, Marcus? Okay, let me go back up. Mike, you heard anything from that family from Chicago from the last class? Curious about them. No, I haven't. She usually pop into the live feed. I have JT reach out to her, see how she's doing. I'm interested to hear about her son too with the bubblegum machine. So I have JT reach out to her. M. Sway, what about restaurants, refrigerators, and having them on contract to service their equipment? Yeah, you can do that. I do some restaurants, but I don't want you doing that. Like I tell people in the class, I don't want you going out and doing actual what we call cash calls, COD calls, and tell you have enough experience to do it. Starting out, you need to do third party warranty calls because that way it gives you protection and the customer protection because you're going out there with limited knowledge and you're actually doing on the job training because you're not as experienced as somebody who been doing it for years. You're gonna be doing it at a slightly discounted rate at what you'll be getting at CD calls. But the home warranty company knows that, and they want to use you for that discounted rate, and they're gonna protect you and the customer. So if you go out and you happen to misdiagnose something, it doesn't cost the customer any more money. You don't have to come out their pocket for any more parts and you don't have to come out your pocket for any more parts. You do what I tell you to do. You do your contract so that the third-party warranty company will send you the actual parts. That way, you can actually go out there, get the on-job training in about 6 months to a year, where you're comfortable with diagnosing, and you have enough. You ran through enough scenarios. You have enough volume of calls where you actually then able to go out and do COD calls. And COD calls, you get paid more money. Then you could go out and start looking to do stuff like that. But starting off, no, just do 1 or 2 service calls per day and do third-party warranty calls. And that way you're not going to be rushed. They give you enough time to actually do your proper pre-call analysis where you call and get the model serial number, going out to Appliance-tology, getting all the information that you need before you go out. And then once you get there, that gives you enough time where you can diagnose the problem without being rushed. And when you get back to your house, it gives you enough time to do your research for parts and for actually calling back the home warranty company, getting authorization. So, all right. That's Juan and Fight Club got something going on. Okay, Veracity Cash. Will you object if I work for an appliance repair company to learn the trade and attend your appliance? No, you don't. We've had several people. We had several people who actually work for appliance repair companies that came here. You can work for. Why would I object to that? No, you do what's best for you. Yeah, you can work for an appliance repair company to learn the trade and then attend. Yeah, no, most definitely. Yeah, you see right there, Fight Club and Juan. They networking there. Gonna call them. All right, peace from Huntsville, Alabama. How you doing, Born Allah? I was wondering, does this information apply to commercial restaurant equipment? Uh, yeah, they're gonna be on the same concept, but like I say, I'm doing it more for residential stuff. I'm teaching you for the residential side of it, but yeah, the commercial side is a totally different. Is another game, and usually commercial side is gonna be more for more experienced people. Just like that's what a lot of people want to graduate to. You want to graduate over into the commercial side. 'Cause the commercial side, just like in any skill trade, residential is one thing, but commercial is something totally different when it comes to money. You want to start off in residential and eventually graduate over into commercial. Because, like I say, if a homeowner calling you and they telling you their refrigerator is going bad, or that and they need you to come out, no, they're gonna give you extra $200. That's one thing. If a restaurant call you and tell you their walk-in freezer is going bad and they need you to come out, that's a totally different ball game. Then now you're talking thousands of dollars. Same thing. If the restaurant call you and they tell you one of their ovens are down, that's thousands of dollars. You have to think those restaurants make 10, 15, $20,000 a day, and the oven's down, and people walk in. Like one of my friends owns tropical smoothies, and if one of his ovens is down, and people walk in and they want to get they have to tell them, we only got smoothies today. We can't make any sandwiches. What do you think people want to do? They're gonna start walking out. When their ovens are down, they call and they say, "I need somebody right now." And because they need somebody right then and there, you drop everything and go and get it fixed for them, because they're gonna pay you whatever it takes to get it up and running. They're not gonna lose no money there. They're gonna pay you whatever it takes. And when you do that, like I said, it's a different ball game. And that's where a lot of people want to graduate to. All right. All right. Let me get rid of all of this. Let's see. Hey, Mike, any feedback? No, I haven't got any feedback on the online yet. I got to get with JT and see how the online classes are going. Okay, same thing here, Tone Brax. Can't wait to see you too. Still question about online. I haven't gotten any feedback from anybody on online yet. Thank you. I thought you had mentioned it at least 3 times before. I'll put in my second question. Thank you. Okay, that's no problem. Mike, I'm glad you're not long-winded per question. No problem. I wanted to so bad, I just can't afford it. Like I said, Jay Biggle, just wait. We got people who started. We have past alumni now who are doing scholarships. So because they got so much out of it. So wait till the beginning of the year, you be able to apply for a scholarship. Okay, the link is in the description, and I'll post it again too. Right now we totally booked, but we're gonna add another class later this week. All right. Can you learn well in the online course? Same thing. I haven't gotten any feedback from the online. It's me teaching the online. I'm teaching the same information. You just don't have the hands-on, depending on what type of learner you are. Okay, Veracity Cash. Mike, your product works. And my son has already started advertising for me to the people that I fix appliances. And I haven't gone to your boot camp class yet. The response is amazing. There you go. He hasn't even gotten here yet. Sounds like you need a virtual assistant. I don't mind being of service. Okay. Hey, Mike, what's the name of the book to fix appliances? I don't know what book they're talking about to fix appliances. Honestly, I don't know. I got my book. I actually finished it. I was gonna actually get JT to help me load it up one day this week. It's not really a how to repair appliances. It's more of a how to structure your business with appliances and stuff. It's not so much of a how to. The reason why I didn't make it a how to, because appliances change so much. If I made a how to, it'd be obsolete in 6 months. Thanks, Roberto. Okay, you can connect with my company for the virtual assistants we have. Okay, thanks. Put a link into the. Matter of fact, no, just email me at Bootcamp NC. At I write it in here. If you send me your information, I'll whatchamacall. I'll reach out to you when I'm in need of uh, when I'm in need of a virtual assistant. What's up, Mike? This is Lamont from the past weekend. Just wanted to thank you for the knowledge I received for the weekend. Already putting things in motion. Hey, way to go, Lamont. Thanks, man. Lewis Jr., I like to prepay for the next available class. Okay, we used to do that at one point in time, but what happened? The classes go so fast that people would start complaining, and it wasn't fair because we would make an announcement, and people had already prepaid for all maybe one court, one spot, and by that time it was whatchamacallit. It was by the time we make the announcement, it's gone, and people didn't want to get a fair chance. So what we're doing now, we're just saying first come, first serve, so everybody get a fair chance to get in. And like I said, we are putting stuff to address the actual demand of people trying to get into the class. So we will have that addressed. Okay, thanks. Yeah, well, I'll talk to you over the phone. All right, thanks. Thank you. Good, Dwayne. Good job at the boot camp. Thanks, Marcus. Ali, what's your email address schedule for me to read? For what's your email? Schedule me for a refresher. Okay, I just put the email in. Okay, somebody put the name of the book in. All right, there you go. I need to check that book out. I never seen it. I need to check it out. Okay, lesson time is okay. All right, no problem, Lamont. See, that's what they're doing. They networking. I'm new to your channel. Love what you're doing for us, big bro. I live in New York City. Do you have a website? What is my opinion? What is my options to get this knowledge from you guys? Yeah, we have a appliance boot camps. You can sign up for our live events. We have a website that's coming. Matter of fact, I'm going to be talking to them tomorrow, getting that ball moving too. It's going to be appliancebootcamp.com. Right now, you can go to my other business website. That's callsneed.com. www.callsneed.com. That's my appliance repair business website. But we have an appliance bootcamp website that's coming. That's gonna have all information there. All right. Okay, Gerard. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. They're still networking. Okay. Our next class, Pierre, is going to be in September. Douglas Martin. Mike, can I get your number? I'm gonna be honest with you, Douglas. It's gonna be I don't know if you came to the boot camp, you will have my number. If you haven't came to the boot camp, you're gonna have to email me, and I try to get back to you within the next 48 hours. Right now, I have to kind of keep my lines open for people who actually came to the boot camp. But if you came to the boot camp, just email me with from the boot camp, but I email and I'll give you my number that way. Okay. Thank you for that information regarding the virtual assistant. Okay, thanks. Okay. Okay, thank you all. I'm just gonna read what I got going on here on Facebook, and then I'm getting out of here. All right. Let's see. I got my cousin Robin watching. Uh, one of my old classmates, Ruben West, he was watching. He said for $200, yeah, he'll quit. And he's always going with me with Bitcoin. We go back and forth with Bitcoin. I'm not a Bitcoin fan. Um, Bitcoin goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Like I tell him, Bitcoin, it goes up and down. When it's up, I hear everything in the world about Bitcoin. When it's down, I can't find anybody talk about Bitcoin. But with this appliance, he would like for me to teach maybe Bitcoin. And I told him I don't even buy no Bitcoin. I don't even deal with it. But with appliance repair, regardless if the economy is up or down, you're gonna always make money. When the economy is down, you make more money in appliance repair. People not gonna go buy new appliances; they're gonna fix their old stuff. When the economy is good, like it is now, you still make money. So I've been teaching and preaching the same thing for the last 18 years. It hasn't changed. But when Bitcoin make a drop, you can't find nobody buying no Bitcoin. And the other thing too, Bitcoin, that's another thing too. When a lot of people talk about this stuff like Bitcoin and all this and that. All that stuff it doesn't address the problem what most people have. The problem that most people have is cash flow. Bitcoin don't kick off no cash flow for nobody. Bitcoin, if you buy it, you got to take your money to buy it. Then hope it go up, man. If it go up and you cash it in, you ain't got no more Bitcoin. You ain't gonna get no more money off of it. It's just a one-time pony. It's just like you buy beef cattle, or you buy it's like you buy cattle to be slaughtered. Once you slaughter it, it's done. You ain't got no more cows. What I'm teaching you here with the appliance boot camp, once you learn this information, it's like a milk dairy. You bring them in every day, you milk them, and you ain't killing off your supply. You making money all the time. So that's why I don't deal with Bitcoin. All right, yeah, Ruben, we'll get together and do some home automation. Okay. Thomas Sowell, yeah, I know him, the economist, yes. All right, that's it, pass along the knowledge, not money-wise, I mean by helping the community. Okay, thanks, Ruben. Got Trinity for watching in. I got Katina Gregory, Sharon Davis, and my man Keith Harris. All right, like I say, thank you all. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Like I said, stay tuned. Listen to myself and JT Hustle. We're gonna be adding another appliance boot camp within this week. So we're gonna add another one in for the before the end of the year. That way we can get those people in. And like I say, that's probably gonna be the last one for this. I know it's gonna be the last one for this year that we're gonna add. And then going forward next year, when we come out with the new dates and stuff, those ones coming forward next year is going to be the ones that's going to address the demands and stuff that we're having. So that way, everybody have a chance to get in. And also, we should have a time frame. I'm going to try to get a time frame of when a new building is going to be coming. Just like I done this one, when we done this building, I'm in the process now looking for something bigger to actually go to where we're going to find maybe, hopefully, find a longer stay home that we're going to be at. Right here is just very temporary. We're moving to the next building. There's a lot of stuff going to get done, and we're going to really ratchet this thing up. Once again, thank everybody for tuning in, and y'all have a good day.